It can be disastrous for your finances if an injury or illness prevents you from working. Because of that, it's common for professionals to have disability insurance. In fact, many professionals have both short-term and long-term disability policies. So the question before us today is, what happens if you apply for short-term disability benefits and are denied? Can you still apply for long-term disability? Hi, I'm Emma Peterson, a managing attorney of Chisholm and Kilpatrick. I'm here with Leah Small, supervising attorney in our long-term disability practice. So Leah, can you explain the differences between short-term and long-term disability policies?
Absolutely. So, short term disability is meant to provide income protection to a person when they cannot work for a short period of time,
Mhm.
usually 3 to 6 months. For these types of benefits, there's normally only a short waiting period of a few days. Conversely, for long term disability, it's for when someone is out of work for a prolonged period of time, sometimes years or even permanently. Usually, for long term disability, there's a longer waiting period of 90 to 180 days.
What are some typical reasons a person might file a claim for short-term disability?
Usually, a person is filing for short term disability for something like pregnancy or childbirth or a surgery with kind of a set recovery time, or to cover the waiting period before long term disability benefits start.
So what happens if an insurer denies that short-term disability claim? Is it still possible to then file for long-term disability?
So, generally, the answer is yes. Most LC policies don't require a claimant to exhaust short term disability benefits before they can file for long term disability. However, some LC policies do have that requirement, so it's important to read your policy to understand your rights and obligations.
So let's say that that does happen. Someone's short-term disability claim has been denied. What would you advise a person to do for their long-term disability claim?
So, first, it's very important to be consistent with your short term and long term disability claims. So, explain your disability and the medical evidence you're submitting should be consistent between them. But if a short term disability claim is denied, it's important to really read that denial carefully to understand what the basis was. If the claim administrator said you didn't provide certain testing or sufficient evidence of disability, that can help guide you in filing your long term disability claim and understanding additional evidence that you may need to submit in order to give yourself the best chance of long term being approved.
Okay. So let's say you get denied and you go ahead and appeal that denial of short-term disability. Should you wait for a decision before filing for long-term disability?
Generally, you don't necessarily want to wait for a short term disability appeal decision before filing for long term disability because your long term disability policy is going to have deadlines for filing a claim. And depending when your short term disability claim was denied and when you filed your appeal, you may miss those deadlines
Hmm.
if you wait for an appeal decision before filing your long term disability claim.
Okay. So why should people consider hiring a disability attorney? Sounds like you can file these things on your own.
So, claimants absolutely can file claims on their own, but these disability policies can be complex. The evidence that's necessary can be difficult to gather, and insurance companies can be difficult to deal with. And so, a disability attorney can help you identify what evidence you need, gather all that evidence, and deal with the insurance company for you, so allowing you to focus on your health.
That's great. Well, thank you, Leah. If you have questions, leave a comment below. And remember to like this video and subscribe for future content. Take care.